flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
3, 2, 1, 0, 0, FMS, liftoff.
Discovery, go and throttle up. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Hello. I hope you're all doing well. If not, I at least hope that your night improves. So tonight is choose your own deck night again. Adam. Hello, Bree. I hope you're doing well. Also, I hope Kelsey's doing alright. Sorry, putting my lid on my tea mug. One moment. Sorry if that was loud. Okay. Okay, so there's also been another deck added to the deck list tonight. I went ahead and added the Illuminators Amulet deck to the extra section. So that's an option for readings tonight as well. Yeah. I get that, Bree. Having a uterus indeed sucks sometimes, so... yeah. I'm sorry. I hope she feels better. Or, sorry. I hope they feel better. I hope they're mostly staying comfortable as much as they can. I know that my first day usually sucks too. I usually get a lot of cramps and just very drained of energy, so yeah. I can commiserate with that. Alrighty, let's see. What deck do I want to do the collectives with? Here, let me go ahead and switch screens here. Okay. Also, that's okay, Adam. We're just gonna be doing collectives to start off with anyway, so you're all good. Hmm. Let's see. What deck do I want to use for the collectives? Hmm. I have no clue. I think we're just gonna use Tarot with Divine as always. And... Let's see here. Let's... Yeah, okay. We're gonna do this one again. That one just caught my eye for some reason. So, I think that one wants to be shared again. And I suppose go ahead and throw the Illuminators amulet in there. Okay. But, tell Kels I hope they feel better soon. Yeah. Okay. So, let's go ahead and start with collectives here. What message do we need to hear today? Nope. Oh goodness. Okay. Whoa. Okay, that's good. Thank you. My goodness. No, upright or reversed? Hey. Upright or reversed? Upright, okay. First. Wait. Hello. Reversed. I hope you're doing well. Hey, Kels. Okay. Also, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, rather, I hope that's okay in a good way. And not in a bad way. I'm sorry if you're struggling currently, Candy M's. Okay, so we have here the Emperor, the Tower, Seven of Wands reversed, Five of Wands reversed, Eight of Coins reversed, and the Hanged Man. It's up a little bit so that I can be seen. Okay, so I get the sense that this is from some past conflict here, some past struggles that have left you feeling very uncertain about things. And left things feeling a little bit shaken up and a little bit, unstable. With the Tower here, okay? So, don't let this past conflict have too much of a hold over you, to the best of your abilities, okay? This is something that you can find resolution from, which is why it's reversed here. This is resolution. So this struggle, this uncertainty, this instability that you're currently facing, it won't always be this way. And the situation is still probably kind of making you feel like giving up a little bit here with the Seven of Wands reversed, okay? You feel like giving up a little bit. Perhaps you feel like your work isn't amounting to anything and you feel like you're not making any progress, hence why you want to give up. Okay? But you will find resolution from this. So, you will find resolution from this. You can get on top of this situation here with the Emperor, and you can be in control again, feel in control of things again here with the Emperor, okay? But for now, you just kind of need to take things slow. Take some time to just pause, okay? With the Hanged Man here. Take some time to pause. Take some time to rest. And also, if you do feel stuck, in this situation, again, know that this is something that you will find resolution from. But remember that it's okay to take some time out. It's okay to take some time to rest and just pause and just sit and be, okay? You can't rush this progress, okay? You can't rush this progress. It's going to take time. This isn't something you can rush, unfortunately. You don't want to rush in this situation anyway, because you might end up making mistakes here. And you don't want to rush things because of that. You don't want to make mistakes, you don't want to skip over anything and potentially miss anything, or just rush this progress along, because that's how you once again build on a cracked foundation, okay? So you don't want that. You need to take your time. okay? And that's okay. Even if you can't see that progress yet, just trust that it's there. Okay? Okay. Let's see what the Oracle deck wants to add here. Hell yeah. Okay, so we have here trust your path, dance with life, and counsel of light. Hey, Beasto. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we often do need that reminder there, Beasto. It's okay. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? The universe is conspiring. Keep facing your true north. Your job is not to pave the path, but to simply keep facing your true north, and take one step after another. If you do this, you can't go wrong. The universe is conspiring. Don't waver or doubt. Use your heart as a compass and put one foot in front of the other. If you follow the invisible trail of what lights you up, you will light up the world without even trying. Most people don't follow the highest call of their soul because they are waiting to see the end destination before they take the first step. If you take one baby step each day, within a year you will have taken 365 steps in your dedicated direction. If you want to write a book, write a page every day. If you want to change careers, do one thing every day, in dedication to that. Before you know it, in just a year from now, you will turn back and look in awe at how far you have journeyed. Keep moving and open yourself up to a whole new level of support and receiving. Things are not going to work out the way that you were planning, but if you have a little faith and keep showing up, they will work out even better than you could possibly imagine. Don't micromanage the universe. Trust your path and let your soul lead the way. Yeah, sometimes things won't work out the way that you plan. That doesn't mean that they still won't work out well, though, okay? So, just trust the path, trust where you're being led, and remember, it's not about the end goal here. It's about the journey, okay? Be in the present. Don't worry too much about the future. And trust that you're going in the right direction, okay? Also, that's what I try to do, Beasto. I try to lead with compassion and be as compassionate as possible because there isn't enough of that these days. Like, there's a multitude of factors, and I'm not blaming anyone for anything, but or saying that any of it is like their fault, you know. But a lot of people have forgotten how to be compassionate, and a lot of people have just straight up forgotten to be human, how to be human. And that's something that just collectively we just need to do. We need to remember how to be humans, how to foster that human connection, and how to be compassionate. And to me, compassion is a combination of understanding, first and foremost, warmth, and kindness. And next we have Dance with Life. Do something to change your energy. Life is always moving. If you resist this ever-changing flow, your energy will become stagnant and you will fall out of flow with the universe. Exactly, Bree. That compassion is also necessary for ourselves. And that's a huge part of the problem, in fact, is that we've forgotten how to do that for ourselves. Life is always moving. If you resist this ever-changing flow, your energy will become stagnant and you will fall out of flow with the universe. The universe has a mysterious intelligent force, a natural rhythmic beat which governs all of life. One of the best ways to shift your energy, frequency, and vibration is to put on some music and dance along with it. When we dance unrestrained, our spirit takes over, and with each new bop, sway, and kick, we are rocked back into harmony with the rest of life. Get unstuck by doing something that shifts your vibration. I would prefer to use the word energy, but put on some music, dance unrestrained, and fall into the frequency of life. In doing so, your body will begin to learn how to be moved by your intuition, which is connected with this systemic beat. If dancing isn't your thing, then simply do something that you would not usually do to shift the energy. You cannot solve a problem with the same mind that created it, and you cannot attract a different experience without changing your energy first. It's time to shift things up and find a way to dance along with the beat of life. So overall, the key message of this, without all the rest of the clutter, is just do something. Essentially, don't focus on like the negative sides of things, okay? Don't focus on like what hasn't happened yet, what you don't have yet, the future and all that uncertainty. Don't focus on the negatives of things, okay? Thank you, Bree. Don't focus on all that, okay? Just do your best to focus on the things, on the positives, okay? Keep focused on the goal, on the journey, and working towards that goal. Focus on the present, being in the present, okay? And if you need something to lift your spirits, go do something that makes you happy. go do something fun, okay? Not everything has to be so serious. Also, Q isn't open yet. I'm just starting with collectives. Q will be open soon, though. So, just... that goes in line with a message here about, like, taking some time out for yourself, okay? Go do something that distracts you, that takes your focus away from all of those negative things, okay? Like, this is essentially like a reminder for me to keep doing what I've been doing lately. For instance, like, I've recently been playing, I just started last night because I never finished it. I've been playing, Kenna, Bridge of Spirits again, because that game is absolutely fucking beautiful, and I adore the art style, I adore the story, though I haven't finished it yet, so, but I love what I've experienced already. So, I've been playing that, okay? Yes, it is. I remember watching Brian play some of it. I wasn't around for the entirety of it because I planned on getting it myself, and I didn't want to, like, spoil it for myself. So I know bits and pieces. And it's absolutely fucking gorgeous. I fucking love the art style. I love the story. I love the experience. And just, like, the message that it's there to tell. And playing that game has... I got lost in it for, like, fucking hours last night. And... plus the little rat dudes are so fucking cute. And you can give them little hats. Like, dude. But yeah. So just take some time out to have some fun, okay? Do something that actually shifts your energy a little bit. That lifts your spirits a little bit, okay? That gets you distracted. That distracts you from all the shit going on, okay? Heck yeah. So there's an ad break running, so I'm gonna pause here for a second before I go on to the next card. Just to make sure no one's getting missing out. Okay, ad break should be over. So, but yeah, I hope you're having fun playing Stardew, by the way, Bree. And the last card here is Council Light. Divine Orchestration, Helpers in the Subtle Realms. The Council of Light is a team of benevolent beings who are here to assist the raising of consciousness of the planet. They are here to help you achieve your soul mission and are guiding you every step of the way. However, because we live in a world where free will reigns, they cannot help you without your permission. If you would like their assistance, it is time to ask them. They can help with all kinds of requests. Nothing is too big or too small. Think of them as your personal team of helpers in the spirit realm. They are willing and ready to step in and get to work. What would you like help with? What tasks would you like to delegate to them? The Council of Light is a team of ascended masters, light beings, angels, and guides devoted to the rising of Earth and all humanity. If you are a light worker, it is from them that you receive your personal mission. Like a spirit world United Nations, they want to thank you so much for doing this work and devoting your life to uplifting the planet. Pray to them for clarity and guidance regarding your personal mission. Put in your requests and let them get to work. So, essentially, don't forget that your guides are there to support you in the ways that they can, okay? And if you're struggling, don't be afraid to just, if you have no one else to vent things to, just remember that they're always there and they're always willing to listen. Okay? And they'd be more than happy to help lift that burden from you by listening to you and helping in whatever other way that they can. Okay? And let's do a quick pull from the Amulet deck here. Beyond a doubt. I'm going to assume that's in response to that last part of that message there. So don't be afraid to just kind of vent to them, okay? They'd be happy to listen. And they're always present. And I promise you it's not weird, okay? It may seem like you're talking to yourself, but even talking to yourself isn't weird, okay? Actually vocalizing things is very helpful towards actually just kind of organizing your thoughts. So, don't be afraid to do that either, okay? It's not weird. It's not weird. So, for whoever needed to hear that message, I hope it helps. Okay. I think I'm gonna go ahead and open the queue here in a second, so one collective's enough for today. Heck yeah. Well, I hope you enjoy Ratchet and Clank and Life is Strange. And can abridge your spirits if you decide to play that at some point. I highly recommend it. It's very fun. Okay, so as a reminder, tonight is Choose Your Own Deck night. Don't forget to use the !choose command to see the decks available when it comes time for your reading. Okay, queue is now open. Yeah, Spiritfarer is another really good game. I know that one's also like another kind of heart-wrenching game too. Okay. Adam, what decks would you like used? Oh god. You're gonna make me use the beefy boy? Okay. Here's the beefy boy in question, by the way. Yeah. It's about the size of the Thera-Pets deck, and it's massive. Oh, you want the Diablo one too, huh? Okay. Okay, let me pull out these ones. And also, let me take a sip of tea really quick. Okay. Like, oop. Like, look at it. Like, look at this boy. Look at it. Look at it. It's a beefy boy. The guidebook for this is also beefy. Also, for anyone who ever does want the Diablo deck has like really interesting like descriptions for all the cards. So if you want me to actually read on top of like the intuitive read and stuff and my own interpretations, if you want me to actually read any of the entries for the cards, just let me know and I'd be happy to do so, okay? Because I do find the messaging for this deck, like the actual messaging in the guidebook for this deck, to actually be quite interesting, so. Just let me know. Okay, are you ready, Adam? Okay. What message does Adam need to hear today? Okay. Let's see what we got here. Ooh. Reversed. Okay, reversed. Upright reversed. Reversed. Upright reversed. Okay. Okay. Like, these cards are fucking beautiful too. Like, here's the first card here, the Lovers in reverse. And upright. And if you can't tell, that's Lilith and Inarius. And if you know anything about the lore for Diablo, you know why they're on this card. Yeah, these cards are so fucking beautiful in person. The camera really does not do them justice. Like, these are more so probably meant to just be used as, like, you know, like art pieces, but like, fuck that. Fuck that. I'm using this as a tarot deck, like an actual tarot deck. So you have the Lovers reversed, the Ten of Wands, and the Three of Cups. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hey. Look how massive these are. I can only fit like 3 of them on the screen, man. They're fucking huge. Okay. So, essentially, there are 2 things that are kind of coming out of this for me. Thank you, Bree. So there are 2 things that are coming out of this for me, particularly with this Lovers card. So 2 things. Number 1, don't let this separation and this past conflict get the better of you here, okay? Don't focus on it too much, okay? Don't let that drag you down. But also, don't forget to communicate things here, okay? Communication is how you avoid that, conflict. Don't worry. Don't focus so much on fucking up. Don't focus so much on the conflict, the possibility of conflict, okay? Because you're a bit hard on yourself about that sometimes, and you let that fear get the better of you very frequently. You need to communicate things here, okay? Don't forget to communicate things here. And also, don't forget to rely on those close to you, okay? Don't forget to rely on those close to you, talk with them, and communicate what you need. So that you're not overwhelming yourself here with the Ten of Wands, okay? You're trying to do too much alone, and you don't need to. Okay? This is how you overwhelm yourself. This is how you burn yourself out. And how you essentially, that in combination with lack of communication here, is how you create that perfect recipe for those outbursts, okay? And this is going in line with the collective here about taking some time out to have some fun, okay? Find something that you enjoy doing that distracts you from all these things that you're worrying about, okay? All these fears that you're carrying with you. Okay? Have some fun. Now, would you actually like me to look at the guidebook's interpretations? Just to see if there's any messaging? Okay. Because, like I said, this deck does have very, very interesting messaging. So. Okay. And Moon Witch deck. Let's see what the Oracle wants to add here. That one just kind of flew out. Okay. Well, you have two of them. Your first card here is last quarter. What is holding you back? Your second card here is Blue Moon. You are ready, make your masterpiece. Your third card here is Freya. You are worthy, you are loved. So, last quarter. What is holding you back? Yep. You are being called to reevaluate your goals, release what is no longer serving you, and make room for forgiveness. The half point between the new moon and full moon, in her last quarter she represents reflection, reevaluation, and forgiveness. This is not the time to rest or stop, but rather to go deeper and ensure you are on the right path. Let nothing hold you back or stop you from achieving your highest self. This is a crossroad, and you must evaluate your progress before moving forward. Look at how far you have come. What is working? What will you carry? Are you realigning yourself with your original plan, or is it necessary to make an adjustment? Is there pain or trauma preventing you from achieving your goals? Is there anything that does not bring you happiness? Is there something that drains you of all your energy? Listen deeply and carefully to your soul. Reevaluate your plans and your path. See what is truly working for you and what is not. Forgive your nemesis, forgive yourself. Make sure everything is aligned with your highest self. So, this is kind of going in line with essentially what they're asking you to do, what they're asking you to release here with the upcoming, like, eclipse on Monday. So, keep doing this reflection, okay? Dig as deep as you can, okay? If you need to take some time away to go do this, feel free to, okay? And Blue Moon, you are ready. Make your masterpiece. You are being called to finish your project creation, your masterpiece. Is there something you started but never finished? What project was forgotten because you ran out of energy or creative spark? The blue moon is an amplified full moon. It is a full moon with twice as much power. Its energy is so strong and real you can almost touch it. This tangible energy can bring anything to fruition. The blue moon is a second wind. It is a powerful rush of energy and inspiration. Think of the blue moon as the final magical touch that completes a masterpiece. Hello. And then you have Freya. You are worthy, you are loved. Freya is the goddess of love and war in Norse mythology. She is also associated with sex, lust, beauty, witchcraft, fertility, abundance, and death. Freya is a seeker of pleasure, thrills, and passion. Some believe she only cares for the chaos of desire, but modern pagans and witches know Freya is much more than a lover or passing nightmare. She is a powerful ancient goddess, and she is a warrior queen, a shapeshifter, and a wild, untamed force of nature. Freya teaches us about self-awareness, self-worth, and self-love. She sees the beauty in everyone and everything. Freya loves all. Freya reminds us to enjoy ourselves by singing and dancing and making love. Life is not just about the struggle of paying bills and losing weight. Learn from Freya. Be present in your body and feel the emotions and sensations felt by human beings. Freya's essence is represented by honey, and she speaks the language of poetry. Her spirit animal is a cat, which is a sacred link to the moon. So, again, this is going very in line with like the goals that you're working towards here, what you're working towards, but it's also a reminder to take some time out to have fun, because not everything needs to be so serious. Which is going very much in line with that card below it, the Three of Cups. Balance those moments of reflection with moments of fun and lightheartedness, okay? And see what the Illuminators amulet wants to add for you. Okay. The opportunity is approaching. Okay. This is something that you need to be working towards here, okay? This is something you need to be working towards here. Try to get all of those thoughts out before Monday, okay? Yeah. Okay, so I hope that message helps. Aw, thank you. Good. I'm glad. Okay. Okay. Bree, what decks would you like used? Oh, I think there's an ad break. Looks like there's an ad break. Okay. Sure thing. Okay. Are you ready, Bree? Okay. What message does Bree need to hear today? Oops. Okay. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. Reversed. Right. Yeah, right reversed. Thank you. Okay. So, let's see here. So. We have the Two of Wands reversed, Two of Swords reversed, and the King of Cups. So, there's essentially, with the Two of Wands reversed and the Two of Swords reversed, there's a lot of essentially fear of the unknown, fear of the future and what the future holds, that's leading to some confusion, some uncertainty, and you may even be feeling a little bit lost here. So, the King of Cups is here to remind you that you have oh, I'm sorry, Bree. I'm sorry. So, the King of Cups is here to remind you that you have the wisdom, the emotional intelligence, and the emotional, just the ability to just push through this and navigate this, okay? Like, this is something that you can get on top of here, okay? You'll get back up on top of things, okay? So, you may feel a bit knocked down currently, but it won't last forever. Just do your best to just take it easy, okay? Just take it easy. Just take it one step at a time, and you'll get through this, okay? Let's see what the Samhain Oracle wants to add. Oh, my goodness. Well. Oh. Well. You have card 5 and 6 that popped out in succession. Banshee is your first card. Bat is your second. Yes, I'm still doing readings. The queue's still open. Okay. So we have Banshee. Now, I will warn you. Don't take this at face value just yet, okay? I say this because I have experience with this card. It can feel a little intense, but just wait until the end, okay? Banshee. Heed my warning, dear child, for what I hold is far from unsung lullabies. Swallow a nail and you can expect bleeding from within. Keywords here are bad omens and wrath. A banshee is a fairy woman from Irish folklore who heralds the death of a family member by wailing, shrieking, or keening. Some believe banshees are the spirits of young women who have been brutally murdered. These spirits become banshees so that they can warn other women when faced with a similar threat. It is more common to hear that a banshee is a woman who is intensely grieving the passing of a loved one, and that she has become eternally lost in sadness. Nevertheless, a banshee's cry is a bad omen, and one should take caution when she appears. In a reading, a banshee's cry also means death, but this death is not physical. It is a symbolic one. You are facing an ending. However, this will not be easy and you will still mourn the loss. This ending is long overdue, and the powers that be can no longer wait for you to let go. The choice to end your situation may no longer be your choice. You've rejected change, but you can't avoid it. You're holding on to something that no longer benefits you. Perhaps a job that you hate, a relationship that drains you, a place where you do not feel safe. Know that it is time to let go. It's important to remember that every ending also brings a new beginning. Moving on makes space for new energy to come into our lives. Don't get caught in the mourning process for longer than necessary. It can be easy to mourn the loss, but this prevents you from seeing the doors that open up for you. Do you see why I gave the warning? That card starts off really fucking intense. Really fucking intense. And it's just like, what you saying? Where are you going there? Because I don't like that. The Banshee just kind of heralds the necessity for an ending, and it may be quite an intense one, and it usually comes up when we've held on to something for far too long and it's time that we need to let go before things get worse. And eventually, and I know this one from experience, okay? I know this one from experience. That's why the card also, like, this card says, like, it mentions, like, the universe stepping in, and that matters essentially being, like, taken out of your hands. And, yeah. If we continually hold on to something, despite all the messages that we've been getting that it's time to let go and we need to release things before things get worse, eventually the powers that be may step in and take things into their own hands. But when that happens, we might not like it. I know that one from experience, okay? Do you want to know when I got this message a lot? This message started popping up a lot in October and early November for me of last year. These were essentially my final warnings that I needed to let go of my past my past relationship before it was too late, because I'd been ignoring the messages for a few years. And eventually, things were taken out of my control. They were taken out of my hands, and things were set in motion that couldn't be undone. And it blew up in my face. And ended in a not so great way. So, not saying that that's going to happen for anyone else. More so a word of caution. Just a word of caution with this card. So, that also happens sometimes too when the tower repeatedly pops up. That's kind of your warning sign there too. No, I wouldn't say that, Bree. Not at all. I only say that just as like just a word of caution. A cautionary tale here. If you start to get, for instance, if cards like this start popping up for you a lot, repeatedly, or you start getting the tower repeatedly, those are messages that you should, very much pay attention to. If they start popping up for you repeatedly. Because for me, it was more so things started popping up repeatedly for me. Because Spirit is essentially doing its best to warn you that if you keep going down that path and you keep refusing to just let go and hold too tightly to something, that things might not go very smoothly. And it's probably going to cause a lot of unnecessary pain. And it did. For me. It did. It was avoidable. But I didn't listen. So, this is more so a warning to just check in with things. Make sure you're not holding too tightly to anything and that you're not being too resistant to change here, okay? My story should just be taken as a cautionary tale here, okay? Yeah. more than anything else, this just means that this card is very, very intense. And this could essentially just be pointing towards, and I think this is kind of what it is pointing towards, is that this ending that you did face kind of happened in a very, fiery, explosive, intense way. These endings are usually not very easy. Yeah. And it can be hard to essentially shift out. It can be hard to shift out of, like, that mindset that we find ourselves in after that happens. But this is still something that's possible, okay? It may still feel very intense at times, it may still feel very hard at times, but when things end this intensely, that's kind of to be expected here, okay? Just take it easy on yourself, okay? As I said earlier, just take it easy on yourself, okay? Yeah, exactly, Bree. That kinda happens sometimes when we don't really give as much attention as we should be to, like, the warning signs. That unfortunately happens sometimes. And we can fight with those feelings a lot and just kind of tell ourselves that, like, no, like, things are okay. Things are okay. Like, is this something that's actually harmful to me? No. No. It can't be. That's not possible. Sometimes we just kind of, unfortunately, and this isn't like essentially this fault isn't on anyone, but sometimes, unfortunately, we tend to just kind of see things through rose-colored glasses at times. So we don't see the warning signs until it's too late. And that's okay. Like, it's, again, the fault of no one. I'm not faulting anyone for that at all. Sometimes it can just be hard to actually admit that things aren't good for us. that something that once was very good for us and very fulfilling, very emotionally fulfilling, was eventually just came to be not. Things eventually turned harmful, perhaps even toxic for us. But we still see things through those lenses of the past, so we struggle to see that things actually have changed and that it's no longer good for us. And that if we continue holding on to that, not letting go, that it will cause harm to us if we don't address it. And then, so, like I said, I think this is more so reflective of past situation and just like a lingering intensity here, okay? And then we have Bat here, which is going to go very in line with this King of Cups here, okay? This card is the opposite of the energy of this card here, okay? This one's going to be a lot more positive. This is a card I also got a lot on that period in time. Bat. Invoke thy power and fear not the hidden. What lurks is coming with undenying change. Keywords here are psychic development and hidden realms. Many people believe bats to be blind, but they see using their ears to attune to vibrations and sense things. Your intuition can see beyond your eyesight, picking up on things the rational mind can sometimes miss. There has been a wonderful movement in the world to deepen intuition. Intuition isn't just about saying my spirit guides told me. It's about genuinely trusting that inner voice to guide you in the dark. You need space to go to the dark places so that you can put your inner knowing to the test. Doing your work is not about staying away from the dark thoughts or bad feelings. It's about knowing how to pull yourself out of darkness when you get there. It's about being able to walk through the dark without losing your light. You are being guided to tap into the hidden realms of your subconscious when Bat comes flying into your reading. It's time to peek into the dark caves and spaces. It's time for you to dig into your spirituality, facing the good, the bad, and the ugly. Bat advises you to stop trying and start allowing. Allow your intuition to guide you. Allow yourself to feel energy moving through you and your surroundings. Feel for the vibrations you come into contact with and let that be your guide. Genuinely doing spiritual work isn't always glamorous. Sometimes it requires you to get deep and ugly, but above all, it requires you to be honest. Honesty means going into the dark rooms where you have tried to hide. Exactly, Brie. Exactly. And it's about following that intuition and seeing where it leads you. Okay? In that process, specifically. But also just in general. So, specifically, there's one line here that stands out to me. Let me actually go back to that. And this kind of goes... This is pretty much just kind of summarizes this card very well. Doing your work is not about staying away from dark thoughts or bad feelings. It's about knowing how to pull yourself out of the darkness when you get there. It is about being able to walk through the dark without losing your light. Okay? That's where your following your intuition comes in, okay? And again, it's okay to feel those things. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to struggle and not be okay. The timeline of healing is not going to be the same for everyone. And that healing path is not going to be the same for everyone. Okay? No one, not even guides, okay? Not even guides gets to tell you when your grieving process is over, okay? No one. So if you ever encounter anyone who's telling you, like, you should be over it by now, like, just fucking get over it. Like, why are you still letting it bother you? Tell them to go fuck themselves. Like, I've had to sass my own guides a little bit for being a little bit too, you know, like, fucking brutal at times. Specifically through, like, readings and such. They would just kind of get, like, a bit too pushy about, like, things and some of the messages. There was a period in time, and this is something that I actually, like, legitimately, like, fought with them about once, and they backed off. There are a few decks. Specifically, it's from decks in, like, this, same series, the Seasons of the Witch series. What in the world just happened to my camera? Why did you go yellow? Okay. Anyway. I don't know what the fuck just happened there. But, so there's something that I don't quite like with some of the cards in the decks in this series. They like to kind of use, like, specific phrases or wording that I don't like. Like, there are a few cards. There are a few cards in a few of the decks within this series that... There is one in this deck, in fact. This deck can be quite brutal at times, as evidenced by this, but there's one particular card in this deck that I think is called Reflections, or Reflection, that essentially tells you to, like, stop playing the victim and just kind of, like, get over things. That was a card that actually started popping out a lot for me around that period of time. And that was something that I legitimately, like, fought with them about. I legitimately fought with them about that, and it wasn't also here, just here either. There's also some of that, like, intensity, like, kind of spilling over, like, towards the beginning of the year with, like, readings from, like, Morgan and such. And I legitimately had to, like, fight with them and just, yeah, like, because I don't fucking vibe with that shit, okay? Because far too often, that whole, like, line about, like, playing the victim is very, very frequently used against, like, people who's just, like, one, it's very reminiscent of, like, that, you know, way that some people, like to talk about, like, mental illness. And it's just, like, that shit is infuriating. Specifically, you know, it's very reminiscent of that energy of, you know, like, just, like, it's all in your head. Just, like, be happy, bro. Like, what are you fucking doing? Just, like, you have nothing to be sad about. What the fuck is wrong? Like, just get your shit together. When it's, like, specifically when it's used and talked about, like, in regards to people who, like, struggle with mental illness, specifically, like, depression and anxiety and shit. And that whole, like, playing the victim thing is, very frequently something that's also used in a similar manner. It's also, again, a line that's very frequently used for, like, people who do, like, struggle with, like, mental illnesses and such, like depression and such, and it's just like, I don't fucking vibe with that shit. I don't agree with that shit. Knock it the fuck off. Exactly. So, yeah. There was a period in time where my guides were being very intense and were kind of giving me, like, messages that very much had, like, that sort of vibe, and I had to, like, legitimately yell at them for that and tell them to knock it the fuck off. So, which is why I say sometimes that includes even guides. If they start getting really intense, start kind of trying to tell you how you should feel about things, you can tell them to back off too. Let's see what the Eventide Affirmations deck wants to add. Okay. We have Ooh. Oof. We have here 3 cards. I am unafraid of the fire within. I can release shame and judgment of myself. And, going in line with that one, I forgive myself for the times I didn't know any better. And that's the only thing that you can do for any past mistakes that you made, okay? Forgive yourself. You're in the process of healing, of bettering yourself, of trying to correct those mistakes and ensure that you don't make them again. Okay? And again, bad people don't care about the harm they do to others, okay? You're not a bad person. So, I hope that message helps. Bree. I know, Bree. I know. Just, keep putting in progress. Keep putting in the work. Essentially, overall, this is essentially just kind of a sign that you're going in the right direction here, okay? Like, you're working on these things. This is essentially just more so a reminder that, you know, like, this is something that you need to continue doing. And that, you know, you're essentially doing a good job of this, okay? Also, something else I just kind of feel compelled to speak on. Another way in which we can kind of get in our own way. Sometimes we actually fear success. Make sure you're not getting in your own way in that regard either, okay? I say that specifically because of this card. Don't fear what's within you. Let it shine. Yeah, see you later. Go ahead. I was actually just about to issue a last call for anyone who might want to join, because I will be closing the queue soon. But no, it's still open. Go ahead. So, I'm going to be issuing a last call here for anyone who does still wish to join, anyone who might wish to join here. I'll be leaving it open for a few more minutes here. Okay. Kelsey, what decks would you like to use? Okay. Okay. Let me go ahead and close the queue here. Really quick though. Okay. Are you ready, Kels? Also, let me take a sip of tea here. I've been yapping a lot, so. Well, too slow. Ha. Okay. What message does Kelsey need to hear today? Okay. We have here. Oh. Operator reversed. Okay. Okay. Operator reversed. Okay. Operator reversed. Okay. Let's see here. We have 9 of Swords, 3 of Swords, Ten of Coins, and Knight of Wands. Okay? So, we have... Let's see. So, there's a lot of anxiety here. Anxieties, just fears, worries, probably even some self-doubting here going on. Going on with the Nine of Swords and also the Three of Swords. I get the sense that you might be like doubting yourself a little bit. You're worrying about things. There's just a lot of general anxiety going on here, and I get the sense that you're worried about the future here as well. Particularly given the Ten of Coins, I believe this is probably in regards to the future and like finding a job for yourself and creating, you know, like this stability for yourself. And you're getting in your head a lot about this and just kind of worrying a lot. You're tearing yourself down a lot and just generally not believing in yourself. So, yeah. The Knight of Wands here is essentially, just telling you to keep moving forward as courageously and as fearlessly as you can, okay? And something that I've said a fair amount recently. Yeah. I was in a similar situation. I still kinda am, in a sense. Kelsey, I know what that's like. Okay? Like, in all honesty, so for those who don't know, Adam, my mod there, Land Clan, Adam is his name. He's the ex-partner that I talk about. We're currently in the process of kind of fixing things. Though right now we're just kind of being told to focus on ourselves. We're just kind of operating more so as friends currently. We're still very close. But in all honesty here, Kelsey, I'm in a similar position to you. Okay? he still supports me. He has for about, no joke, the past 7 years. Okay? I understand that guilt very well. I still feel guilty. Especially now. I live in a tiny ass town with barely any fucking job opportunities near me. And unfortunately, because it would just compound like the mental health issues that I already have. The service industry is something that I can't work in anymore because I would just, put it simply, I wouldn't do well, okay? I've already done that enough. I've done that enough. That's part of what led to just like a lot of the issues that I'm dealing with currently. And I've been working towards actually like bettering myself in the ways that I can for like the past 7 years. Okay? Have I been looking for work that entire time? No. Because I was also putting a lot of pressure on myself, which was making things worse. So, I've had to take some time to like step away from that and like stop putting pressure on myself in that regard a lot too. So, I understand that feeling, okay? And things are hard. Things are hard. Okay? I understand that guilt. I understand feeling like a burden or feeling like a drain. You're not, okay? You're not. Just as much as Adam chose to support me, I'm sure Bree fully accepts and supports, fully chooses to support you, okay? So don't get in your head about that. She knew what she was signing on for. Okay? And I know that's easier said than done. I know it is. But just do your best not to worry too much about that, okay? She chose this, knowing what that might mean. Okay? So, to the best of your abilities, just keep courageously pushing forward, okay? Keep going. Just keep going. Keep trying. You will find something eventually. That much has already been stated. Don't let those... To the best of your abilities, try not to let those fears get in your way, okay? Things will be okay. And let's see what the Oracle deck wants to add. Oh, my goodness. Hold on a second. Okay. Hold on a second here. You had, like, I'm no joke, you had 5 cards pop out. Hold on a moment. Let me... Okay. This card kinda keeps flip-flopping. So, some of these cards do have, for the Samhain deck in particular, actually do have reversals. They have, like, reversed meanings as well. So, just to make sure that they popped out in the direction they wanted to, I just do toss them again to see what direction they want to be in. This first card here is flip-flopping, which I take to mean that it wants me to acknowledge both. So we have Greet the Darkness here. This is the one that keeps flip-flopping. Then we have Elders. I'm going to read all 5 of these, okay? They popped out in really quick succession. They have a lot to say. And I'm not gonna silence that. I'm not gonna silence that. Then the third one here is Candle Magic. That one also flopped as well, so I'm gonna see what that has to say. It did seem to stay upright after I, like, tossed it a 3rd time, so we'll see if the reversal has anything there. And then the Veil. The rest of them stayed in the direction they popped out in. So this one flip-flopped, which I'm assuming means both. This one, after I flipped it, did stay upright, so I think that means that one's meant to be upright. But we'll see. So we have Greet the Darkness, Elders, Candle Magic, the Veil, and Graveyard. So Greet the Darkness. Card 19 here. Okay. Here, where the spine bends and the mouth quivers, breathes the hidden. The pieces that make you whole but cut deep with all of their sharp edges. Keywords here are self and inner truth. Darkness. You might get a sense of terror from what you can't see, but not all hidden things are bad. There are many things that you cannot see that hold the secret to life, abundance, and renewal. Like the lotus flower that blooms from the darkness of muddy waters, there is beauty in the darkness for those who know where to look with their heart. You have pulled Greet the Darkness as a call to go deep into your dark corners. There are parts of you that are beautiful yet remain undiscovered. You must allow yourself to open to the unknown. You can do this by confronting old wounds, lost memories, feelings of shame, guilt, and disappointment. Ooh. This is called shadow work, a practice that allows you to make friends with your demons rather than hide from them. What seems like a monster is really a lost part of you needing love and support. When feelings such as anger, resentment, and chaos come around, it is because those feelings are trying to protect you in the only way they know how. Anger only knows anger and can only offer its support in that way. Chaos only knows chaos, so that is the only way it can get your attention. These feelings are trying to help you find the beautiful gems that are waiting in the dark spaces of your being. Confront whatever feelings you have surrounding your situation. Allow those feelings to surface and face them without fear. Greet them and ask them how you can work together. Journal your meditative conversations with your dark parts. Within their words of advice, you will discover the lost or missing pieces of yourself. And the reversal here is very fitting. Very fitting. Greet the Darkness in reverse is a sign that you are ready to bring your inner truths to the surface. You've done a lot of healing and exploration. Your guides, however, want you to know that you cannot remain in the darkness forever. You will have to rise and allow those hidden parts to see the light of day. So, you can't remain in those dark parts forever. Eventually you're going to have to confront that fear and let them shine. And elders. Birthed from seed within the belly of the moon, they are the wise, felt touches over our hearts, and felt deep within the marrow of our spirit. Keywords here are compassion and wisdom. Elders are wise. They are the ones who have lived and experienced more ups and downs, twists and turns than the rest of us. Elders were the storytellers and keepers of knowledge. They were the ones we sought when in turmoil, and who would hold us as we wept for the unfairness life can bring. They had compassion for us, but also gave sage advice drawn from their decades of experience. Today, many elders are seen as a burden instead of cherished loved ones who deserve the right to be supported and cared for in their old age. Many elders have not been given the space to share the wise words of their traditions because our modern world moves too fast for their slow wisdom. Yet there are those among us, particularly witches, who still see the wisdom in their old ways. If you hold the Elder's card, it is to remind you to have compassion for others and to never disregard someone else's wisdom or experience. A Zen saying tells us you should sit in meditation for 20 minutes a day unless you're too busy. Then you should sit for an hour. This knowledge can be applied to wisdom as well. Often the thing you need most when life is moving so fast is to slow down and see what you've been missing, or in this case, who you've been missing. This card is a call to meet with your elders to see if they have wisdom to share about your ancestors that can help you on your path. Interesting. So, if you have anyone like that in your life, perhaps you could go to them for guidance. And if not, you can directly ask your ancestors for guidance. Call to them. ask them to speak to you through a reading. So, if you have anyone like that in your life, maybe seek their advice. And then we have candle magic. Speak your breath into its velvet, recite along its spine all that you desire, all that which will unravel. Keywords here are intentions and prayer. There are a few spells that are complete without a candle or two, or 10. Candles make the setting of a spell more magical and also play an essential role in a spell. Candles carry our intentions out into the universe. They pull in our words and prayers along their spines and send them out through the tips of their flames. Aside from carrying out intentions, candles call in good spirits and nature's helpers who are drawn to the light of the flame. These spirits protect us, as well as hold our intentions, making our spells all the more magical and effective and special. When you're holding candle magic, know that your intentions and prayers have been received by the powers that be. They know you are in need of support and are working hard behind the scenes to bring your prayers to life. You do not need to worry, as your intentions will manifest when the time is right. So I'm going to go ahead and read the reverse. Well, it doesn't matter if you don't know anything about them. If you want a direct message from your ancestors, you don't need to know anything about them. Just intend to call them and have them speak to you through a reading that you do for yourself, or if there's someone that you trust enough to do a reading for you. So the reverse here, because this one did initially pop out reversed. When candle magic is in reverse, you are being guided to call in good spirits to help with your goal. Have you ever tried invoking a deity or angel into your spells? If not, perhaps now is the time to give it a go. If you have, maybe there is a new deity that is waiting and willing to help you. Don't be shy about asking others for help. Sometimes we need a little helping hand when things become overwhelming or we aren't sure of how to proceed. So, don't be afraid to ask for help. And also, if you feel called to any deities, perhaps look into that a little. Also, I have a question. Did you ever do that burning ritual? Or ever look into that at all, Kelsey? This also might be something that you want to do. I get that. I get that. But, you might want to do that around the eclipse as well. And if you can, maybe throw some candle magic into there as well. And if you need help with anything, just let me know, okay? I'd be happy to help you with things, okay? And then we have... Interesting. Yeah, she might be calling to you. The veil. It's quite possible your eyes have become the fog in which you dwell, a half-swallowed glimpse of all that you truly are, or can be. That the tears you bleed are ready for the storms to turn the skies inward. Keywords here are crossing/revealing truth and concealment. The veil is the very heart of Samhain. On this night, the veil between worlds is at its thinnest, and the spirit realm is as close as it's ever going to be here on Earth. That means you have a toll-free call to every spiritual helper, from the gods and goddesses to your ancestors, your angels, ghosts, you name it. Each year you have a chance at receiving supercharged advice from those who know everything in the entire universe. The Veil card has come into your reading because new truth will soon be revealed in your situation. Things are being uncovered that we're waiting for the conditions to be just right so that they can present themselves to you in the most effective way. Be sure to keep your mind open to receiving messages in unusual ways. Notice any recurring signs or symbols or even feelings. There is no coincidence for you at this time. So, there's essentially a lot of messaging here about, like, spirit wanting to help you. Okay? And then we have Graveyard. Okay, so this one, I'm going to read the reversed part, because this one just stuck in reversed. This card in reverse is a warning to let some things go, so that you can focus on the joyous parts of your life. Sure, someone may have hurt or betrayed you, but know this. That hurt had a critical part to play in your life here on this earth. It made you stronger and wiser, and hopefully more grateful for the good parts of your life. You don't have to let pain keep you a prisoner. It's time to acknowledge the role you play in your healing, and take responsibility for your self-imposed chains. Make a decision today to take back your power and start living life to the fullest again. Or else one day you'll wake up and realize you've let yourself become one of those lost souls who never really lived. So, let go of the past, okay? To the best of your abilities, just continue letting that go. And try to focus on the good things that you do still have left, okay? And keep pushing forward towards those things, okay? And Thera-Pets. Let's see what we got here. Oops. What? Okay. Aw. I love these. You will survive this. The voice that tells you that you aren't good enough apparently doesn't know you at all. You're amazing. And there's no need to be so hard on yourself. You're managing as best as you can. All of those cards are lovely. Yeah. But yeah. So, I do get the sense that Spirit wants you to call on them for help more. And I know that's a message that's come up before, but they're being like real straightforward with it now. They're being real straightforward with it now. And if you want some help with how to actually do a burning ritual, and you want some help with how to actually do some candle magic, I'm happy to help. Okay? I'm happy to help. So, if you want some assistance there, feel free to ask, okay? I hope that message helped. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Hey, it's okay. I've been there, okay? It's okay. It's okay. Like, I've definitely cried in some readings before. I've cried during a few of mine, but specifically, there are a few readings that I've gotten from, like, Morgan before, in particular, that have made me cry, like, super fucking hard. Last one that made me cry super hard was the one that I got, like, on the night of, like, Valentine's Day. When Mr. Sass decided to be a fucking sweetheart. So... Okay. Are you still here? Immoral? Mm-hmm. What oracle deck would you like? Oh, so is that how you pronounce your name? Is it Immoral, or how is that pronounced? Okay. Moreno. Okay. Moreno. I see. The two little things at the beginning and end. I usually just do general. But if you keep the question in your mind, if you keep the question in your mind, that might be what's answered for you, unless Spirit decides that you need to hear something else. But very, very frequently it ends up answering the question anyway, so... And what oracle deck would you like? Yes, you can choose a tarot deck, an oracle deck, and one of the extra decks. So one from each section there. And it's okay, don't worry. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Okay. And which of the extra decks would you like? It's all right. Is Illuminator's amulet the one that you want? Okay. What message does Moreno need to hear today? My goodness. Reversed. Right, reversed. 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 Yep. Yep. Reversed. Yep. Okay. So we have here the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Wands, Strength, Page of Wands, and Judgment. Okay, so, I get the sense that there's some anxiety here, of some sort, some fears, worries, potentially some self-doubts here. This may have been caused by a situation in the past. And there's a sense of just kind of like wanting to give up here. Okay? Is also another vibe I'm getting. There's something that you want to give up on, but you're being asked to keep pushing through here, keep holding on, and keep remaining strong, okay? As difficult as the situation may be, as uncertain, unsure, potentially even like unstable things may feel currently, or the situation has left you, you're being asked to remain strong. Don't give up just yet, okay? Just keep pushing through this, because you're very, very close, okay? You're very, very close to a breakthrough here. You're very, very close to something very big here. Now is not the time to give up, okay? You're very, very close, because the Judgment card is the card that appears right before the World, which is the World card. It is a completion of a cycle, completion of something, okay? Completion of a goal, whatever it is that you're working towards, really. It's the completion of a cycle. The Judgment card is the card that comes right before that World card. You're very, very close here, okay? You're very, very close. Continue following those things. Oh, there's an ad. 1 second. Just in case. I'll wait. Okay. So, you didn't miss anything. I stopped when I noticed the ad message pop up. So, as I was saying, you're very, very close to something here. You're right on the edge of this, okay? Right now you're being asked to continue following what you feel pulled towards, okay? Keep following those signs, okay? Keep following that inner call, that inner pull towards something. And see where it leads, okay? See where it leads. Because this is likely something that's going to lead you to joy, positivity, optimism here, okay? Follow that call, okay? Just follow it and see where it leads. It might not make sense quite yet, but that's okay, okay? That's okay. Just see where it leads. Just see where it leads. And if whatever this is, you end up, you know, like, I don't get the sense that this is the case, but just regardless, this is always a message that I like to just kind of say anyway, because so many people are afraid of, like, once they start down a path, they're afraid that, like, they're stuck on it and that they can't change their mind. But that's never the case, okay? If you start trying something out and you realize that it's not for you, you can always change your mind, okay? You can always change your mind and go down a different one, okay? Changing your mind is alright. The important part is that you feel comfortable with it and it's something that makes you happy, okay? Because your happiness is ultimately what matters. In whatever you choose to do, okay? And let's see what the Oracle deck wants to add. Okay. Okay, we have Awakening, Leap, and going in line with that card there, Answer the Call. Okay. Awakening. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. You are going through a period of awakening. Things are changing within you and at many levels. You are starting to remember ancient truths and discovering more and more about who you are and why you incarnated. Okay. During this time of transition and awakening, you may be called to devote yourself to being of service. There are ideas, truths, concepts, books, and creations waiting to be birthed into this world. Stay open to receiving them. Pulling this card may be a sign that you are here to birth one of these creations into the world. Or perhaps you are being called to make a shift in your life in order to be of service. Don't think too much about it. Instead, repeat the following. Well, you don't have to do this part, but just don't think too much about it. But there's like a little incantation thing if you wanted to say it to yourself. But the key part of this message is that there are changes coming, okay? There are changes coming here. Okay? And then Leap is our next card. Leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. Life bends for the courageous. The universe wants to support you, but first you need to leap. To throw your life up in the air. Perhaps you know what you are being called to leap toward, or away from, but you're scared to make the move. Or maybe, perhaps, you're waiting for a big fat sign or instruction manual, or permission to do so first. If this is you, then this card is your sign and permission slip to take a deep breath and leap into the unknown. It's scary to let go of all that we know and hope for something new, and it's normal to feel anxious at the thought of letting go of what we know for sure. But this is the unavoidable process of rising, and right now, this is how you are being called to live. Nature is constantly showing us how to live with courage. Fall comes every year and encourages the trees to loosen their grip, to allow what once was so full of life to fall away, leaf by leaf. For a moment it feels like nothing will grow again. The branches are left bare without the comfort of what once was. But in the morn of spring, new shoots begin to appear and something new is born that is even more glorious than before. Okay, so if there's something that you're considering doing that you've been uncertain of, or that you're waiting for a sign for, or waiting for permission to do for yourself, there's your sign. You don't need permission, okay? Your life is yours to live. No one gets to control that for you, okay? No one. And if there are things that need to be let go of here, do your best to loosen your grip, okay? But overall, it sounds like whatever these changes are that are coming for you, they're going to be for the best here, okay? They're going to be for the best. And your last card here is Answer the Call. What is your soul calling you to do? Your guidance is divinely guided. You are being called to answer the call of your soul. It might be scary, it might not make sense, but if you trust your soul's yearnings, you will live a life beyond what your mind could possibly imagine. Answering your soul's calling is not a one-time thing, rather a lifelong dance. Deep down, you already know what you long for, what your soul yearns for. Whatever you were called to do, that is your calling. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for permission, just say yes. Most people are waiting for a step-by-step plan before they take the first step, but intuition doesn't work like that. It takes faith and courage to answer the calls of your soul, and that's why most people don't do it. But you are not most people. You are in exactly the right place to answer your calling now. You don't need to know the whole plan. You don't even need to know where it's leading. You just need to take the next step. No one has ever had the complete perfect plan. There is no end destination. There is no right or wrong way to do it, and you do not need permission from anyone else. Sometimes the more resistance we have around answering a soul calling, the more important it is to our soul's growth. So, just follow where you're being led, okay? See where it leads. And finally, we have the Illuminators amulet here. Let's see what it wishes to say. Okay, so we have here, be clear on your wishes, okay? Be clear on what it is you want, okay? And don't be afraid to go after what you want and what makes you happy, because again, what's important here is that it's something that you're happy with. It's something that you're comfortable with. And it's something that is in alignment with you. Okay? So don't be afraid to explore that. I hope that message helps. Of course. Thank you for stopping by. Okay. Gummy Bunny, are you still here? Okay. I'm not seeing them in the chat list, so I'm not sure they are. Yeah. That or it's not uncommon for people to just come in, join the queue, and then just kind of not stick around. Because I'm fully aware that I take a lot of time with my readings, but I'm not going to rush them. When it's your turn, I'm going to give you the time that you deserve just to deliver the message that I need to you. I'm not going to rush things along. And some people are just looking for quick readings, so... And that's okay. That just means that I'm not the right fit for them, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah. And exactly, like most people that do stick around here do exactly that. So, yeah. Yeah. I don't frequent a lot of like tarot readers here on Twitch, but there's one in particular who I usually go to, who I trust. Yeah, and that's perfectly fine too. Like, not everyone is going to want to, or like even be able to be present for like every single, you know, like tarot stream. Particularly, you know, like to people who they follow and stuff, and people that they actually like trust to do their readings. And that's perfectly fine too. Like, you don't always need to be here. You don't always need to be present. You don't always need to be getting a message from someone. You'll know when you need one. So, that's perfectly fine too. There's nothing wrong with that. At all. That doesn't mean that you're any less a part of the tarot community though, so... Yeah, exactly. And then some people, however, just kind of like to chill and vibe. Beasto. Yeah, and then you have like some people who just kind of like to just, you know, like lurk and chill and vibe. And that's fine too, because some people like the, you know, like positive energy. Like, I've had a lot of people who have like come through who have said, you know, like, they just like the positivity and like the positive energy here. Exactly. And even if you don't believe in the spiritual side of things, like, tarot is still a good tool for self-reflection. There was an entire, like, fucking form of psychology that was built around it, for instance. Like, someone who's known as, you know, like, the grandfather of psychology as we know it, Carl Jung. believed in like tarot being used specifically for that purpose, and he was researching and looking into the connection between, you know, like psychology and the occult as a whole. And there's still like some people who actually legitimately use tarot in their like psychology practices. They essentially see it as like another form of like a Rorschach test, essentially. Exactly. I do myself lean a bit more on the spiritual side of things, but I know that's not for everyone. So that's also why I tried to give, despite how spiritual and kind of out there some of the messages can be, I do try to just ground them in reality and practicality, more so would be the better word. I try to ground them in practicality. So, eh. It is great for introspection. It can kind of give you insight into what your mental state is in that moment, depending on how you interpret like certain symbolism and certain messages that you actually do get from a particular reading. So, it's very great for that. Yes. Okay. Pretty certain me bunny has left, so. Is it Bert Steen or Bert Stein? Bert? Okay, I'll just go with Bert. So the correct pronunciation though would be Bert Stein? Okay. Okay. Let me pull out the decks here. And also, another thing too is despite me being into more of the spiritual side of things too, in general, my approach to that as a whole is just to balance that spiritual aspect of it with practicality as well. And that's just generally how I operate. Beasto. Let me take a sip of tea here really quick. Okay. Are you ready, Bert? Okay. What message does Bert need to hear today? Okay. Oh my goodness. Better reversed. 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 Right. Reversed. Oopsie. Right reversed. I accidentally hit my mug. It keeps landing sideways, my goodness. Operator reversed. Reversed. Okay, thank you. My goodness. Okay. Okay. Reversed. Reversed. Better reversed. Better reversed. Okay. Upright. Better reversed. Okay. Very interesting spread here, actually. Quite interesting. Okay. So, we have the Six of Coins reversed here. The Seven of Swords reversed here. The Queen of Swords reversed. The King of Swords upright. The Six of Cups reversed. And the Four of Wands upright. They have a lot to say. Cards had a lot to say, I guess. So, I get the sense here that there's a, I get the sense here that there's a potential past betrayal here. Given the Seven of Swords reversed. Essentially, I get the sense that there's like some past betrayal here, some past, hurt here. With the Seven of Swords. Yeah. There's a past betrayal here, some past hurt here with the Seven of Swords reversed. There was essentially, there's, some imbalance here. Was some imbalance here, though it might still exist. With this Six of Coins reversed energy here, there was some imbalance with the give and take relationship here. And someone may have been taking advantage of you here, or you may have just felt taken advantage of recently, or rather in this past with this situation here, is the vibe that I get with these 3 top cards here, which is why I organized them this way. It's why I organized them this way. This person may have left you feeling small, feeling very uncertain of your future, very uncertain of where you should be going, and what you want to be doing, how you want to move forward here, is a vibe that I get. And you have a message here with the King of Swords. Set boundaries where they're necessary, okay? And don't be afraid to do so. Okay? You deserve to have your needs respected and honored and met. You deserve to be getting back what you give to others, okay? You deserve to be able to stand up for yourself, to speak up for yourself, and be yourself in your truth here, okay? Yeah, I understand that. I get that. Yes. I get that. I get that. I understand that feeling. I know setting boundaries sometimes can be hard, and it can feel wrong sometimes. Particularly for people that we really care for, it can be really hard to set boundaries with them. But the thing is, if you want to keep caring for them in the capacity that we have to sometimes set boundaries, because we need to make sure that our needs are also being met, okay? Because they matter. Okay? If we give everything we have and we don't set boundaries, eventually we'll run out. And that's gonna lead to a lot of burnout. And just a lot of overwhelming feelings. So, remember that it is okay to set boundaries, okay? It is okay to set boundaries. And also, remember that it's okay to, remember that it's okay to, this is coming specifically from the Four of Wands here. Oh, ad break. Okay. You know, ads, that's fine. That's fine. So, essentially, this is coming from the Four of Wands here, specifically. Though there is another message there that I will get into here in a moment. But specifically, another one that's coming through really strongly from this Four of Wands is remember that it's okay to have fun. Because the Four of Wands is all about celebration, okay? It's about celebrations. So, don't be afraid to take some time out for yourself to have fun here, okay? In whatever way you can. Okay? But also, the other part of the Four of Wands that's coming through here is that setting boundaries too. The reason why setting boundaries is very helpful is because setting boundaries and respecting those boundaries is actually how you strengthen a bond, okay? That can lead to strengthened bonds. Because when you know how to actually honor each other's needs and respect each other's boundaries and not overstep those, that allows you to essentially care for each other in better ways, okay? Which leads to strengthened bonds. Okay? Exactly. Exactly. So, let's see what the Oracle deck wants to add here. Ooh, interesting. So we have here Blue Moon, You Are Ready, Make Your Masterpiece, and Transformation, Shed, Let Go, Make Room for Greatness. Okay, so Blue Moon. You are ready, make your masterpiece. You are being called to finish your project creation, your masterpiece. Is there something you started but never finished? What project was forgotten because you ran out of energy or creative spark? The blue moon is an amplified full moon. It is a full moon with twice as much power. Its energy is so strong and real, you can almost touch it. This tangible energy can bring anything to fruition. The blue moon is a second wind. It is a powerful rush of energy and inspiration. Think of the blue moon as the final magical touch that completes a masterpiece. The secret of harnessing such a powerful energy is simple. Get inspired. It is important to keep your momentum going and avoid running out of steam while you are working and manifesting. So create a list of inspiring ideas. Opportunities, collaborations, new projects, trips, anything. You can even make a vision board of your success. Okay, so before it drops out again, I'm going to try to read the transformation card. Transformation. Shed, let go, make room for greatness. When something no longer serves you, it holds you back from achieving your full potential. We all have a set of beliefs, habits, goals, ideas, layers, and masks that we grew up with. These are typically things society projected onto us. They feel familiar and safe. But as you shift your focus and change directions, many things are no longer helpful. It is okay to let them go. It is okay to admit that something no longer serves you. It is okay to change. Change is required for growth. Take an honest look at all areas of your life: health, career, relationships, spirituality. Is there something that is holding you back? Is there something you want but you are scared to let go of? Be gentle with yourself. Growth can be painful, but it is always worth it in the end. There is so much potential and greatness within you. Do not let anyone or anything stop you from achieving your dreams or your highest self. Okay, so change. Key thing about that is change and letting go of the things that don't serve you. Okay? And making adjustments where necessary. Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, sometimes on the surface they may seem contradictory, but below that surface, they do kinda begin to make a little bit of sense. And let's see what the Affirmations deck wants to say, rather. Okay. We have 3 cards for you. Okay, this is very, very much going in line with everything said here. Despite what others think, I can live in a way that honors my needs and desires. I can trust that this is an abundant universe. Essentially I take that one to just mean that things will work out. And my potential is infinite. So let go of those limits that you're placing on yourself, okay? Let go of those limits that you're placing on yourself. So, if you're telling yourself that you can't do something, maybe it's time to let that go. So, I hope that message helps. Actually, here. I'll just leave these out. I'll clean up after. Thank you. You're not the first person who's told me that my voice is soothing, so thank you again for that. I can be a bit loud at times, but anyway. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a closing message without dropping a million times again. So, unfortunately, there will be no closing message tonight. Sorry, Beasto. So, unfortunately, there will be no closing message and it's time for me to go. But thank you all for stopping by. Whether you joined the queue, talked in chat, or just lurked, I appreciate you sharing your time with me. I hope to see you all again soon, but bye for now.